Today we're going to be talking about the potential of one of the craziest DLCs to ever come to Call of Duty, Greatest Hits map pack, and we'll be talking about all of the details and rumors surrounding this, where this originally came from. But I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below if you like the sound of this. Yesterday, the credible Call of Duty leaker, the Ghost of Hope, suggested that for the second year of content for Modern Warfare 2, it was going to be receiving a map pack with the greatest hits of Call of Duty's best multiplayer maps. Now, back in September, he claimed from a trustworthy source that Modern Warfare 2 map DLC was coming from Infinity Ward that would include all or almost all of the multiplayer maps from the original 2009 game. But now he's saying the maps are going to be part of a paid Greatest Hits map pack that is in development for Modern Warfare 2 that includes maps from Treyarch games and Sledgehammer games. Let me just repeat that to you again. Apparently, there is a planned massive DLC of the greatest hits containing every map from the original Modern Warfare 2, as well as the greatest Black Ops maps in Modern Warfare 2 and the greatest Advanced Warfare, World War II, and Vanguard maps in Modern Warfare 2, all bundled into one massive expansion and made available to players as paid DLC. Now, the last time we saw anything of this scale was Zombies Chronicles back in 2017 for Black Ops 3, which was the best-selling DLC on the PlayStation Store for that entire year. So it seems 5 years after the success of a remastered map pack, they're going to be doing the same thing for Modern Warfare 2, but bundling in a ridiculous amount of maps. Now, apparently the whole idea of this map pack and the release is to coincide with and celebrate the 20th anniversary of Call of Duty. So it's really going to be a mix of all the best multiplayer maps from the last 20 years into one map pack and released during the second year of the game's support, so somewhere between 2023 and 2024. Now, as exciting as this sounds, we need to take all of this with a massive grain of salt, because none of this is official information, none of this is confirmed, and it comes from the Ghost of Hope, which is a leaker and not an official source, but he has gotten a lot of details about Call of Duty right in the past. We've covered his leaks on the channel quite a few times now, and a majority of them have come true. But with this sounding too good to be true, and it also being quite a way away, plans could change, this could be completely wrong, so please bear that in mind. But the prospect of this existing is extremely exciting, because like I said, the last time we had anything like this was Zombies Chronicles, and just look how successful that was. I'm sure Activision want to try and repeat that sort of success, and having something like this which covers the 20-year anniversary and is just full of nostalgia, I think is going to go down really well with players if this thing exists. However, there is one glaring thing that people that have heard about this leak don't like, and it's the fact that it is a paid DLC. Being completely honest, with my own personal opinion, if Call of Duty one day did release this with an incredible amount of maps, I myself would be incredibly excited by this and I would pay for it. But I know not everyone would be happy paying for such a DLC, but Zombies Chronicles, I remember when that came out, that was a substantially more expensive DLC than the typical 4 map packs that Call of Duty was getting every year, but that did have double the content, so it sort of made sense. But I think if this DLC does exist, then the real success of it will come down to just how much it's going to price it and just how much content is going to be inside of it. As much as it doesn't sound like a huge effort for the developers to remaster a load of maps, the thing that they have to basically remake these maps from over a decade ago into this new game, as well as also potentially working with these other studios in terms of porting their maps or just completely remaking those as well, is going to take a lot of time and money. Some of the maps that were remade in Zombies Chronicles, like Moon for example, were pretty much to me more than just remastered. Some of those areas were full on remade and feel completely different to the original, but in a really good way. If we look at what Modern Warfare 2 maps already exist within Modern Warfare 2 via the Warzone 2 map, we know that we have at least a few. We have Terminal, we have Quarry, we have High Rise, and you've also got a Modern Warfare 3 map being Dome, and you also have a COD 4 map, Showdown. There's already evidence that a few of these have been completely remade for Modern Warfare 2 and already exist, but apparently this DLC is going to include almost, if not all, of the MW2 maps, which there are 26 of them, including all of the DLC maps that came out for that, which is already an extreme amount of maps to have for one DLC. But that's also apparently also include Treyarch and Sledgehammer Games maps. So from Treyarch's, we just have so many iconic maps. We have Nuketown, you've got Raid, Plaza, there's just so many. And the fact that it mentions Treyarch could also mean some multiplayer maps from World at War, but in a Modern Warfare theme. I think Sledgehammer Games is the most interesting one on, because Advanced Warfare did have a few maps which I say would be iconic. You know, you've got like Biolab, you've got Defender, you've got Riot, but there's not like a ton of maps from that game that I'd say are super iconic and memorable. And then going over to like World War II and Vanguard, there really isn't any multiplayer maps that really strike me as being memorable. But if this map pack was to come out at some point during 2023, how much would you want to pay for it? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. To me, if it was anything more than say like £40 or $40, I think there would definitely be a little bit of an issue there with the majority of the COD community. And something like this, which is a paid DLC, would also split the player base quite a bit. But I reckon just the idea of this being offered to players alone is going to be such a nostalgic thing that it could become a massive cultural launch where so many people are rushing in order to get this that it could see a massive resurgence in the game itself. And I love the idea of the prospect of this because they've never done something like this before. With the rumors that Call of Duty is skipping an annual release in 2023 for the first time since 2004, it makes sense that Modern Warfare should be getting some substantial offering of content to fill in that gap of there not being a new COD game. And honestly, putting that context in with this leak makes me feel a little more confident that something like this map pack could actually happen. Now, when it comes to doubts about this rumor being true, very interesting enough, Tom Henderson, who's another notorious insider, has been able to independently verify that the plan will be for Infinity Ward to release premium DLC as part of its year 2 offering. However, they were unable to verify the exact contents of the planned DLC, but remastered maps are its foundation. So if this rumor is not true, then at the very least, it's been verified by 2 different sources that Infinity Ward is planning to release a ton of the original Modern Warfare 2 maps into 2022 version of Modern Warfare 2. Now, it's also worth mentioning that with the rumors yesterday about Advanced Warfare 2 by Ralph's Valve, Ghost of Hope also reported that Sledgehammer Games is going to work on Advanced Warfare 2, although Charlie Intel put out a tweet where they said they have heard that there is no Advanced Warfare 2 currently in development at Sledgehammer Games, despite the rumors today. Not fully clear yet what Sledgehammer is working on, but there has been no disputes from Charlie Intel regarding this Greatest Hits DLC report. To make of that what you will, I'm not going to say it means one thing or say another. It's just the fact they've not spoken about this rumor about the Greatest Hits map, but they did about Advanced Warfare 2. Another thing I want to talk about with this Greatest Hits map pack, if it is a thing, which means Activision are definitely aware that remastered content is very popular in their Call of Duty games, and Zombies Chronicles was really the first time that that was proven. So if this DLC is successful, surely Activision will come to their senses and allow Treyarch to create a Zombie Chronicles 2 or some sort of follow-up to that includes more remastered content from the maps we've not seen yet that we maybe could see in Black Ops 2024. I really don't know. That's all we know so far about this rumored Greatest Hits DLC coming in 2023 for Modern Warfare 2. Let me know if you like the sound of this, and if this is something you'd want to see in other Call of Duty titles that aren't just Modern Warfare 2, like a Black Ops. That would be amazing as well. With the recent inclusion of a ton of Call of Duty franchise villains in Vanguard's last season, it clearly shows that Activision are not afraid anymore of continuity or having things make sense within that specific franchise, but rather throwing everything from COD into the most popular game at the moment. So there is a chance that these maps could make their way into Modern Warfare 2. But let me know what you think down below. Drop the video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest Call of Duty news, be it Modern Warfare 2, DMZ, Warzone 2, and beyond.